Hello. Sorry about the beeping, we'll start that off there. I'm not one to be filming without filters and such, if I'm completely honest with you. But I always said that I'd be real with you guys, and here I am. We are day 1 in hospital, and I'm going to try my best to document what's going on, and I'm just going to start with what happened this morning. So I've had a positive test for tuberculosis come back, and my nurse rang me this morning and explained that because we had one positive, but it didn't tell us what type. Sorry about the beeping, that I can't get rid of that. And they found out what type it was this morning, so they got the call to say that I have Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Now, to triple confirm this, you know, like cover all bases, I've got to do 3 sputums for the next 3 mornings. I've sent off a sputum today, and that will come back and it will sort of tell you the strength of it, tell you what kind of thing it's doing, and well, double check it's still there, because obviously the sputum I did was a few weeks ago. And I have been in hospital, as you know, for 10 days, about 2 weeks ago, and I've been on IVs for 5 weeks. However, those IVs have not been working, so there is a suspicion that something else is going on, and TB would explain that. I've been really emotional over the last few days. I've been suspecting something isn't up, whether it's tuberculosis or something else. Something hasn't been right with me. I haven't been eating, and I love food, and I just haven't been eating my food. I just haven't been myself, and the mucus I'm coughing up is actually worse than when I started the IVs 6 weeks ago. My chest is sore, I'm just not well in general, and whether this be because of the TB, whether I've got a flare-up of Pseudomonas or staph, we're going to find that out in the next few sputums. I start my tuberculosis treatment tomorrow, I believe, in the morning, and I take 5 tablets straight up. And unfortunately, I'm going to go for a pretty rough ride with those side effects. I'm really not looking forward to it. I'm documenting as much of this as I can on my Instagram stories, and that's where you'll kind of see the more raw side of this, because I sort of pick up my phone in the moment when I'm like needing to talk with the camera. I've sort of been through that already today. I've been through the roller coaster of emotions today, and I've documented that on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, I've been more negative now than I have been in a very long time. Nobody wants to hear they've got tuberculosis, so this obviously came as quite a shock to me. Today has been a massive whirlwind of emotions, and my body is just in fight or flight, so here we go. This is me right now. Time to set up my feed, because I'm still not eating. I'm having snacks here and there. I'm snacking, and I'm really thirsty all the time. But I'm also having low sugar levels at the moment and high, so I think that could be to do with infection and diabetes. I've got my Freestyle Libre on, and also for another daily update, this is a cannula. And as you all know, I have a portacath, and look at it, butchered. Not by my CF nurse, he did a great job. Unfortunately, the needles they had were only one size, and that size does not fit in here, and you don't realise that until you actually try it. So yeah, that's day 1. Hi, we're day 3 in hospital. I didn't film much yesterday because I started my tuberculosis medication, and that was pretty shit. I was really nervous about starting it, to the point I was actually in tears, and I know that sounds crazy, but I was pretty much in tears when I was holding the cup of medication, like, I don't want to do this, because I already knew how bad the side effects were going to be. And yeah, and I was also waiting to have like a triple confirmation that the TB was there, because it can produce false positives. You can get contamination and it not actually be there. But today, unfortunately, they confirmed that it is there, more than it was a few weeks ago when I was in. My care is sort of going to ramp up a bit more now. Like, I'm going to struggle a little more, especially while being on this medication, because it is going to drain me. Luckily, I do have a really good support network. Just have to go at it headstrong, all guns blazing, and do my best, because there is no other fucking option really. So I'm still being tube fed. Don't know how long that's going to carry on for, pretty much just until I decide that my body decides that I'm ready to eat. TB actively changes a hormone in your body that is why you eat, and like sort of your body's response to eating. Currently that's been changed so that I don't want to eat much. It can actually work in the opposite way, where it makes people eat too much. However, with this, it's causing me to not want to eat at all. Our weight is our lifeline, and I've said it before, like keeping warm in winter, like a bear in its coat, weight for me is the same thing. So yeah, unfortunately I'm still vomiting. I'm having ondansetron, and I don't want anything stronger because I don't like having medication that knocks me out. And things like cyclizine and other IV antiemetics, they just knock me for six, and I'll be asleep and not understanding what's going on in the world, high as a kite, and I don't like it. I don't like being out of control. I like knowing what's going on around me. The antibiotics I'm on are knocking me the fuck out. So yeah, it's not fun. I'll show you what antibiotics they are. This is my TB treatment, Rifater. So it's a 3 combination medication, and this is the B6, which will counteract one of the side effects, which is nerve damage. The other symptoms, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to go through all of them, but it's sickness, stomach issues, vomiting, and fatigue, real bad fatigue, which I'm already getting with TB anyway, so it's such a hard hitting fatigue right now. I'm now day 3 on my tuberculosis medication, and I've not been having a great day at all. I always knew that the side effects were going to be horrendous, but I didn't realise they were going to affect me mentally so much. So I've had a really awful day today with some mental side effects, and I've just felt like I wanted to peel my way out of my vessel, and that I'm not in my own body right now. And that happened like a light switch. It just changed really quickly. So I'm not having a great day, and I think I've cried most of the day today. So I've given myself a shower. I brought my straighteners in this time, so I've straightened my hair, tried to make myself feel a bit more human and a bit more like myself. So I was going to show the whole process of putting in the tube, but it did actually go a bit tits up. But yeah, basically I usually use this nostril. I've never used this one, and today I had to use this one, and it was tickly, it was sensitive, it still was a bit difficult to get through. So yeah, that was not fun, but it's in, it's there, ready for tonight's feed, and I'm still feeling absolutely rubbish, and I'm not enjoying it at all. I've been Googling why I'm having these side effects, and there's such a huge amount of reasons why that might be happening. I take an anti-sickness called ondansetron, which stands to reason with all of the side effects that I'm having. You're supposed to dilute ondansetron for IV and also administer it over 15 minutes. Now, some nurses push this in instantaneously in 1 ml, and then I get a horrible rush through my body. It's absolutely, I hate it, it's the worst, and that makes me feel crap, and I don't think I've bounced back from feeling like that the last time the nurse gave it to me. So I don't know if it's that or whether it's the tuberculosis meds. I'm kind of hoping it's not the tuberculosis meds, because if this does turn out to be an ondansetron related thing, because she pushed it in too fast, then in 24 hours time it should be gone. The half-life is like 4 hours, but it should be completely out of my system within 24 hours. Therefore, hopefully I'll feel better. And I'm going to ask if I can get some extra fluids on board, because I'm not able to keep a great deal down, and I'm actually going to say no to anti-sickness. And I know that sounds crazy because you're thinking, well, you're being sick and everything. Sorry about the spot on my head, by the way. I can't get rid of it. It just keeps getting worse. But I don't like having drugs pumped into my body. And I know you might think, well, that's impossible. You've got cystic fibrosis. But the least the better. And if I'm not eating much anyway, I'm vomiting, but nothing's coming up because I'm not eating much. I'd rather just be retching and vomiting nothing up than having an IV anti-emetic. Yeah, it's much. My poor body is going through a lot at the moment and it doesn't know which way is up. Doesn't know its ass from its elbow. But I'm going to give this video an edit. I'm going to pop it on YouTube and you guys let me know what you think of it. And I'll do another 3 days of videos in one and upload that, if that makes sense. So at least I'm doing a video a week, regardless of being in here. So yeah. That's it for me for now, and I will see you all soon. Bye.